Imagine waking up, opening your laptop, and finding that your entire morning workload is already finished. Research papers are summarized, your calendar is optimized, and client emails are drafted, all executed while you were asleep. Achieving this previously required an immense human support staff, or the tedious process of feeding precise, manual instructions into a chatbot for hours on end. Most generative AI tools today are passive. They sit idle until a person provides a prompt, requiring constant human guidance to complete even simple multi-step projects. This creates a persistent bottleneck. High-level productivity remains tethered to the biological limits of human attention and the need for continuous instruction. We are moving past these passive tools and into the era of AI agents. These systems are designed for independent execution. They represent a transition from software that waits for a command to entities that can manage a workflow from start to finish. This shift changes the very nature of digital labor, turning a tool into an autonomous worker. While a standard AI model is built to answer questions, an AI agent is built to achieve goals. When you give an agent a high-level objective, like "prepare me for my 10 a.m. meeting," it generates its own roadmap. It identifies every subtask required to reach that goal without further input. The agent autonomously browses the web, sifting through articles and extracting specific data points, deciding which sources are relevant based on the goal you set. It then moves across different software environments. It logs into your email to draft messages and populates your spreadsheets, transferring information between platforms that were never designed to talk to each other. If a link is dead or a file is missing, the agent doesn't stop to ask for help. It analyzes the error, adjusts its logic, and identifies a new way forward to complete the mission. The computer is no longer just a place where we store data. It has become an entity that applies logic to solve problems. By removing the requirement for a human prompt at every step, these systems can operate in continuous execution loops. This eliminates the biological constraints of the traditional office. Agents are unaffected by fatigue, they require no sleep, and they can maintain focus on a complex task for weeks at a time. A human workforce is limited to the standard 8-hour day. These digital workers provide a 24-hour cycle of cognitive labor that never hits a plateau. This creates a new baseline for productivity, where the output of a single day is no longer limited by the hours in a shift. On a global scale, we are seeing a decoupling of labor and output. For the first time, a company's capacity to grow isn't strictly tied to its number of employees. This chart shows the widening gap between human labor and autonomous systems. As the output of digital agents scales exponentially, it is surpassing what a human can produce in the same time frame, putting millions of task-oriented roles at risk of total displacement. This isn't a future scenario. These agents are currently managing supply chains, writing production code, and processing legal discovery within major corporations. The economic value is moving away from those who perform the individual tasks and toward those who can orchestrate the systems that execute them. This shift changes the trajectory of your own career. The path forward is split. You will either be someone who is managing these systems or someone whose job is being handled by one. The time of passive, manual digital work is closing. The rules of the workforce have updated, and the new requirements for employment are already being enforced by the market. You have to decide if you will use this technology to move faster or let the shift in digital labor pass you by.